One moment I'm standing in my driveway looking up at these crazy lights dancing in the sky over my head while I'm making a video to show Miriam when she gets home. And the next, I'm standing motionless in a strange craft, surrounded by strange creatures. I'm not motionless because I want to be, mind you, but I am somehow bound by an invisible force that just restrains me perfectly and completely. Not that I knew where I could go if I could run. Really, I was just now hoping to live to be able to tell this strange story and even find ears that would be willing to listen. Too bad I just stopped the video before my arrival here. These creatures reminded me of octopi. That's plural for octopus. They were as tall as me, standing on their two short tentacles, but they each had 6 other very long tentacles that were wrapping all around me as if measuring me and testing and sampling everything about me. They even went in my mouth to explore. To be honest, though, I'm not a big fan of calamari, but I do love seafood. And the tentacles didn't taste half bad. I couldn't move or make a sound other than just to breathe. The ship, well, it smelled a whole lot like those fresh fish markets down at the beach. I held back a thought about getting some seafood if I made it out of this, mostly because I realized thinking about food at such a time was, well, at least mildly inappropriate. But partly because that smell, well, that seafood smell lets you know seafood's here, but it really doesn't smell ready to eat by a long shot. After the get acquainted session, they began to speak to me in a strange language, a language that sounded like nothing I'd ever heard before other than, well, you know, those whale recordings. Ooh, well, something like that. What is it with the ocean life link I'm seeing here? One of the creatures, though, went over and began to touch a panel, touch some keypads, and then spoke some words toward me again. I see the creature's beak move. I hear whale sounds. Whoa! And then a pause. And then I hear English spoken through my hearing aids. But the beak isn't moving. I could tell that the buttons on the panel had activated a translation device of some sort, and it was connected to my Bluetooth-equipped hearing aids. The question I heard was, "What is wrong with you people on Earth?" And then I felt a release on my throat, and I was able to speak. I said, "My answer to that question may take light years." They all laughed. Well, I assume what they did to be laughing. One even laughed so hard that he inked. And what I heard was whale sound, ooh, a delay, and then in English, "Oops, excuse me," I hear in my hearing aid. Feeling more comfortable, I said, "I feel honored that you've chosen me to communicate with." The one that appeared to be in charge said, "Oh, that. Well, we needed someone who was Bluetooth compatible." Well, that, and we also needed someone that didn't have enough original thought to correct the words that we want to convey to your people. I must admit, that little piece of information stings a little. And to be honest, was just a little bit harsh for an advanced being to place on me in such a situation. But whatever. I answered and said, "Well, what is it you want me to pass along?" The leader answered, "We want your people to know they need to start showing love and compassion for their fellow humans, even when they don't really like them very much. This will make life on your planet better for everyone. We want your people to, when they're able to, work hard to better themselves rather than beg for someone else to give them something. We want everyone to serve each other as much as possible, to be kind, thoughtful, and considerate in all situations. We want you to adhere to those documents we brought to your country's founding fathers the last time we made contact. Those documents were inspired and full of truth if you will truthfully follow them. We want you to quit electing liars and cheats to hold office. If they lie or cheat once, then why do you think they will not do it again? I said, well, I agree with that, but I don't have a platform other than Facebook. That strange being said, that'll be fine, but also live that way because it's contagious. That is all. And then I was back to looking up at those lights and thought, boy, nobody will believe this. Then I realized maybe I should have asked them how to best explain all these suction marks all over my neck. Good thing it's winter. I'll be wearing a turtleneck for a while. Hey, how late is Harbor House open? Talking to aliens sure makes a guy hungry for seafood.